Xenomorph Prime, the home world to the most ferocious and scary predators within the race of the Xenomorph. A creature from the Aliens franchise and the iconic killer of multiple cases of innocence and predators within the verse. They are the mightiest form of predators next to the case of the Yacha, the warrior, hunter, and warriors that have multiple times been shown single-handedly to take them on, but in groups, xenomorphs, regardless of whatever rank they are fearsome creatures. It is unknown if the xenomorphs, even within the name, are native to the planet of Xenomorph Prime, as it could have came here through mixed case breeding, colonization, and being ingrained here from the case matter of testing of humans, as this planet has been a multi-case hunting ground site for the Yacha, aka the Predators, obviously, as the aliens are mechanically their most ferocious and greatest form of prey from a spiritual stand and from an actual physicality stand. But humans have also experimented and tested and wanted to research even with the danger that comes. Today's video we're going to be testing to see if Kyle Crane from Dying Light, a goated game, could survive Xenomorph Prime. I hope you guys will enjoy this video. I appreciate all the support and all the cases out of the way. I have a lot of other videos in the case of my basement right now, and I'm over here cooking them up like I was drug dealer out this mug, but on the real. I hope you guys will enjoy, like I said before. Let's go ahead and get it in.
Give me head, 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 bad bitch, give me head, and she finna, give me head, she wanna come and just, give me head, I don't wanna fuck just, yeah, all of these niggas are hating on me, but it's been with us, yeah, his mama, keep your clothes on and give me head, all of these niggas ain't told me to walk on the motherfucking beat, I ran, I blow the shit up every year, and I ran, that's if I'm the girl like, bitch, I am. And I slam this bitch like a motherfucking slave. The minute she saw me, you know that she flashed. She fucking with me cause she know I'm a head. GLOUP. They wanna be like me. Can't walk my session, it's VIP. I'm so high up, can't be where I be. Like, don't try us or DIE. If shit get busy, I feel like I'm deep. I'm trying to get litty, yo bitches.
In the world of Dying Light, a virus like no other has spread out for all of Haran, and has later on, in the case of Dying Light 2, from what I've heard and seen, spread out way more deeper. Regardless of the ending that you choose for the case of Crane, whether it be to destroy Haran, or to go ahead and sacrifice your well-being to go and try to go and get a cure out to your friends and basically family at this point, the virus spreads ridiculously, causing the case of the world to be an outbreak. In the first game, Kyle Crane, a mercenary sent by the GRE, governmental rescue evacuation, where the fuck, some fucking corrupt government, it's been a while since I played the game obviously, sends him out there, and on some Avatar shit, he falls in the case of matter of a moral dilemma, seeing the actual trouble that the people of Haran are going through, finding a case of home within the world to better do good stuff, and fall in love with the case of the people and the case of the purpose that they stand for, and wanting to go ahead and actually be a good person and not just be a scumbag who's using them to get into different escapades of winning this or that over them, in the case of getting information, being able to make a deal arise, and get Anderson for their own corrupt means, and or have them use him to make them money, because obviously if you played the game, you know that the GRE only wants the case of Anderson and other stuff to go ahead and use it as like a black market scheme, like the Curator and stuff. Kyle Crane is a very dynamic and intricate form of a character on some greater stuff, but when it comes down to his fighting prowess, size, considerable count, power scaling, he would scale easily within the wall level amount of jewels, being able to break people and zombies' heads, which would scale to the same means, and arguably zombies will have a little bit more case of durability, even with them dying and being a decaying body, because of the higher form bone structure and their case of matter stuff still being there, and them showing capabilities to have superhuman levels of strength, even peak human, when it comes down to like volatiles or like people running. Even though Crane has never showcased, essentially by gameplay or stuff, to be able to scale to a volatile without case of matter of different equipment, like the case of matter of guns, the case of a VR light that pretty much comes based on, so in case of our equipment for him, he has been able to scale. The volatiles are able to out dodge arrows, be able to crack their heads open, break bones, be able to shatter through wooden doors, be able to crack the case of a motherfucker with a sledgehammer and shit that's able to go and put a denting crack in the floor. So he has a lot of strong complex case scaling of wall level record of jewels, and then on speed to be able to out dodge people that can dodge arrows and different case stuff like that. He would be scaling in reasonable like p-human speed to like general subsonic level count of speed, as Crane again is a very dynamic character, and his skill prowess is up there as being one of the most PK skilled and roundabout case of fighters ever, having a greater showcasing skill than Jay considerably, even with her becoming a zombie, being able to defeat Rise's lackey, second command, be able to kill Rise himself, being able to fight a Demolisher, which can hit him with boulders slash big rocks and he can survive, which if you like wank considerably by the big chunk and the output and what these boulders are able to do in comparison to different structures and the kinetic energy being able to bounce off from that, you can maybe even get Crane to like near low small building level amount of scale, some Springtrap shit. But it's a mixed bar how consistent that is and if Crane would actually like survive this on a greater deal. But I don't necessarily think it's not necessarily reasonably consistent. It's just from everything that's been shown consistently in the record, especially because he's able to bang out with these people that can do this type of stuff here and there with the wall scaling or not, because Jay was able to, you know, crush a zombie head or smear a motherfucker's neck to the point where it was like goo, made this nigga neck look like Sloppy Joe. It is a reasonable regard of consistency to say that Crane is of this scale, and being immersed in with a bunch of different case of matter experience, a great A-form killer, this man would have a great plethora of skill with hand-to-hand combat, with multi-time bucking with Rises men and people in the Outlands and other stuff, okay? Crane is a fierce, defined form killer and the same time hero with the capability to go faster with the case of his superhuman speed, great A willpower, endurance. When it comes down to it, down like the following, this man has a buggy. You already can have a grappling hook from the first game, so if you allow that, this man pretty much becomes Spider-Man, able to clock to a different point here and there like Jake Fry. And if we're talking about the case of someone like the mother, who's Crane's greatest form of challenge in the end, where he has to go ahead and face her while he's turning and becoming a sentient volatile that is stronger than the general volatile, because having a few of human purpose and having instincts that are embedded with some greater sense of intelligence and not just raw alien-esque instinct. This man was able to outbox her and kill her with his bare hands and rip her head off, regardless of what everything is a canon ending, even though I think this is a canon ending because it's more in tune with his character. This is a great feat for him. So, consistently throughout the bar, with tap potency, mixed skill, this man will be one of the greatest case of matter of fighters to be seen by Xenomorph or a human, as generally humans have to go and use all type of matter of non-base equipment and weird fuck of tech, right, to go ahead and bang out with the Xenomorphs, while Crane has been able to rock with the case of aliens like form of creatures himself, even though being zombies. And this man has consistently showcased within the case of his tap potency and speed that he is not one to be trifled with, okay? But yeah, that's it for Kyle Crane when it comes down to general stuff. For him on Xenomorph Prime, we're going to be giving him a general case of his base equipment and some matter of preparated case stuff. Again, he's dealt with case of matter of creatures that are beyond human considerable comprehension. Not on the same alien scale, but he's done with his own alien forms within the case of matter of zombies, right? Because of the fact of how these zombies in Dying Light have way greater case of matter, higher durability, power even to hurt him or jack this man of his life, and he still comes back fighting even with the case of their superior stuff. This man will be allowed to have 2 assault rifles, machete, baseball bat, crossbow, and have multi-case of his grenades, VR lights, different case of matter, so stuff to survive, all that type of stuff, and have the case of the electrocutioner weapon, which is this axe case of matter of electric thing that makes this man pop off like Raider when he needs to when it comes on to fighting. And then finally he gets to go ahead and have number 1 weapon I feel like that will go and help him in the grandstand of stuff, which is his buggy to be able to drive around. Technically not a form of a weapon, obviously. It is obviously transportation, but he does use to kill more case matter volatiles, outrun people, and he's gonna need it when it comes down to a very open, desolate world with the case of matter of Xenomorphs. The only problem is that this is obviously not the same gravity as Earth, and most importantly, the fact that this is a buggy running away from Xenomorphs. But within the context of this, we're giving him an oxygen tank. We're seeing the capabilities of what this boogie could do on a world with this type of matter of oxygen and shit. And yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes down to what he's gonna have within his arsenal on Xenomorph Prime. Now, time to talk about the Xenomorphs and how they rank and their different capabilities and things like that in comparison to Crane. When talking about Xenomorphs, aka Xenomorphs Prime, like I said in my intro, they might be from Xenomorph Prime or not, but in the case of matter of their overarching stand on their planet, they have always shown to be very territorial, great predators, hunt like fucking velociraptors, and move different. And also at the same time, from a little bit of the intro, regardless of rank, they are ferocious and all hold a challenge to any case of matter of general predator or the predators in the case of the Yacht. Okay, so they're definitely going to be a problem to Kyle Crane from Dying Light without a doubt, but it's more in the sense for how, and easy to say, simply like the fact that in the case of matter of groups and different matter of portions, unlike the case of matter of the zombies, whereas the frequent case of matter of unrelenting weirdness from the case of the zombies, the thing is that the predators of the Xenomorph Prime are going to be a lot more direct, aggressive, and sensational on the capability to crack the case of a person's mind and psyche on the predator press, in a sense. That's what the Xenomorphs have always been known for. They're stealthy, they're killers, they are vile when it comes to getting down. So, altogether, it will be a very interesting case of matter of thing. So when it comes down to the ranks, here are the multi-case of matter of rankings. I'm not going to be doing them all in order, but here's the main ones that I feel like need to be talked about on Crane survival and what will be a bigger case of matter challenge for him. You have the case of the babies, aka the case of matter of the face huggers, that come in for the case of matter, obviously, canoes and birthing, for the means of taking a person as a host to breed the case of matter of the Xenomorph hybrid egg embryo into a person, as a Xenomorph comes into play by being ingrained into a predator or a being to come in the gene pool and idea essence of the Xenomorph. Xenomorphs are a breeding greater form race. They don't come into play by just general case of mating and different conceptual case of creation of asexual breeding to general fornication, as there are male and female Xenomorphs for a reason. They do intermingle. It's just that intermingles are more as a binary setup for the case of matter of their babies or their creatures to come into play. So again, these face huggers, aka the baby, basically cream into the play. Xenomorphs come into play to set up the rise for the Xenomorphs, and then we come down to the drones, aka the general titular soldiers of the Xenomorph race. These are the general predators. These are the general case of matter of creatures that come out to play when it comes down to killing and or being defense of the queen, what is being said. Because of them being so young and being the main titular soldiers, they are always in lock-in with the queen of their hive, aka the strongest form of a Xenomorph within the time, and the Xenomorph always has to go and have this link strong to feel in orders for the queen. The queen obviously can't do themselves, and or to be strong, and they are the most serpentine part of the Xenomorph race in the general case of matter of foes to face the predator. Kyle Crane, obviously, against these two, I feel like should be fine. It depends on how he goes about shit. He cannot get face hugged, and how he stands against the case of the Night Hunter. Generally, most of the time, obviously, because Night Hunter is bullshit, Crane gets bodied. But if he thinks smart and be precise about the matter of his movement, I feel like he should be able to get around that. And then drones will be a bigger thing because of their height, strength, versatility in a fight, and the fact that Crane has never faced anything like that. I think all around he would be able to get around it because of the case of his experience, speed, and capability. But they don't just come in one form. They obviously are predators. So their best case of matter of movement is in a pack. So if he gets surrounded by them, I definitely think that could be a problem. But with his assault rifle, different case of matter of gadgets and versatility, I feel like he can strike hard with the case of matter of a whole fucking pack of these motherfuckers, and then basically break them down and separate them over time. And with his quick movement, as you've seen some of these different case of matter of footage of me against Tahir, I feel like Crane has showcased in gameplay, mixing just general timing, great capabilities to fight multiple things at once. And I feel like if he just plays offensively, he will be able to get around them. Then you have the most consecutive prey to the case of killers, depending on the case of matter of their station within their rank, being the case of the top G's of the case of the race when it comes down to breeding, gathering, and things like that. These are pretty much scouts to people that are not the most strong capable by themselves, that are not built for hunting, but more or less diving into different points to pursue little targets or to set up the catching for the greater case of matter of the prey. So with this being said, these things should be easy work for Crane if he's smart, but if he's trying to go and survive on Xenomorph Prime and he's moving out and he doesn't kill these things quick, because they are scouts, they have a instantaneous case of link just like the drones, but the drones is more a field hunt thing for them, and they get a call in to the case of the Queen. If these predators have the capability to do that, then this man will be getting beast clergymen by a great deal of them, and will be getting overlaid by them in the grandstand, regardless of the fact that Crane again has showcased capability to survive a multi-case. We're talking about a pack. If he really is that much of a threat, or he really can salvage them a great deal of food, this man Crane would be like a turkey on Thanksgiving. They would be all gathering to go ahead and chew him up. So Crane has to be smart, but with the boogie, he most likely get out of dodge if they would call for that. But even with not having eyes, Xenomorphs can see this man's location through the matter of different others within the link to the Queen, as they are like a hive, and depending on the case, with a great sense of scent and stealthy stand, they would still most likely follow him. And with his guns, if they get onto the buggy somehow, like the case of volatiles, in the case of matter of fucking Dying Light, the following, they would most likely either get shredded, or you would have to bulk ram them. But with higher case upgrades like nitro and different other cool creditor capabilities, he would just be having to go ahead and show out everything that he can to overarchingly best them, so that it wouldn't be a case of matter of bad timing for him. So yeah, that's pretty much, the general record for Crane when it comes down to his capabilities against the general run of the Xenomorph race. I feel like for the most part he will be fine, just depending on how he plays things, as there's a bunch of pressure put on him to possibly die. But the ultimate challenge is going to be the true Grey Hunters. I'm talking the fucking war-worn count of creatures that tussle with predators, tussle with higher form case of matter of predators of their own, even could tussle with their own race. We're talking the beast Xenomorphs, we're talking the kings, we're talking the queens, we're talking the senses of the people that are colossal case of matter of terrors within the Xenomorph race, and would make the case of a military platoon cry out in fear if they ever were cornered by any one of them. It should be obvious that Crane does not have the arsenal or versatility to get around them, and with the fact that obviously Xenomorph Prime is on a normal form planet, regardless of having oxygen, decent ground of versatility and capabilities, he would use too much of his arsenal to get around them, and Crane has never showcased capability to survive in an area that's pretty much encompassed with the case of matter of like nightmares or something, because there's a lot more versatility and roundabout ways for this man Crane to get out of dodge, either by the buggy or the case of a safe house. There's no safe house on the case of Xenomorph Prime for him. Xenomorph Prime is always going to be a hunting ground for the case of the Xenomorphs, and he's just the #1 prey that they're after. So if you would ever get into contact with any of them, it would be up. There's nothing Crane could do against a queen, especially because a queen has, a bunch of scaling that would put it, multi-times in small building plus the large building level. So a single hit from the Xenomorph should split Crane in half or make him mush. Alright, and he just cannot outspeed them arguably, as they are very fast, big, ferocious creatures, even for their size. Queens are a lot more tactical, stronger, could get advised, but in case a matter of their different children, in the case of serpents, to go ahead and help them within the fight if Crane would be too dualistic on her. And all around, this is nothing that like Crane could do. So in conclusion with this video, yes, Crane could survive Xenomorph Prime for a while, but he could never actually survive it in the grandstand with taking all of them out. But if I had to give him a rating for how long I think he'd survive, I give Crane a 80% chance of doing a good job on it. It's simply put as just how much can he outdo the multi-case of stealth and great hunting versatility of the serpents. How long can he survive in the greater stand of prowling of them and just the world itself, which again I give him an 80%. But yeah, there you go. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one with some more Bus Kiss Matter content. Appreciate the way. Love y'all.